Yeah, I made a mistake. I know. And in some respects, that actually leads into something I wanted to talk about, something that kind of pissed me off at work today. So I was sort of like learning how to run the photo lab at Walmart today, at my work. And, you know, it was an interesting job and all that, but it required a lot of jumping back and forth between the electronics department and the photo lab. Because they're so close together and there's not enough people to evenly distribute between them. One of my coworkers, she's this girl about the same age as me. She has this habit of being very, very nosy. Like constantly wondering what other people are up to when she really should be doing her own thing and not worrying about what everyone else is doing. From day one, when I was starting to learn stuff, I think she's had it out for me. Well, not had it out for me, but she doesn't really respect me as a person. And I think it's because I don't immediately respond to things she says, or I have to ask her to repeat herself a lot. 2 reasons is why I asked. One is that I'm pretty sure my ears are kind of a little bit shot and I'm gonna be deaf by the time I'm 50. And 2, she basically mumbles everything.
Seriously, I cannot understand a single word you're saying.
You know, I didn't tell her that's what was going on. And also, sometimes I need to be told things a few times in order for it to register because, you know, sometimes my brain just can't take a whole lot of input. And I think that gave her the vibe that I was stupid. Yeah, like she thinks I'm like stupid or that I'm fucking lazy or on drugs or something like that. I can't obviously prove that's what she thinks of me without asking her face to face, and I'm not gonna do that. And like when I make mistakes, sometimes she's just there to not make fun of me for it, but she just has some people just have those looks, you know? They look at you like you're a moron, or they look at you like they want nothing to do with you, and you know what? That's fine. You know what? I'd be fine with that. But the problem is, because she seems to think I'm stupid, she'll basically swoop in and try to help me. And like today, she was constantly getting in the space where I was working and trying to do the stuff that I was training to do. And of course, I don't really have the guts to tell her, hey, look, I'm supposed to be doing this job. You go do your job and, you know, don't be all nosy and whatnot. I was kind of struggling with the keys for a little bit because, you know, a whole lot of keys. Everything's supposed to be color-coded, but it's not. So I'm like, you're trying every key. And she was just standing there watching me for a little bit, and then she just butted in, took the keys from... said, look, give me the keys. And she did it for a few minutes. She couldn't figure it out. And eventually I got pissed off because, you know, like, okay, so you butted in to try and help save me time, but now you're wasting both our time. I said, look, give me the keys. Go do whatever it is you were doing. I'll take care of this. But no, she didn't leave right away. No, she just stood off to one side and stared at me for a little bit. I think the moral of the story, the very convoluted story that I'm trying to tell, is that just because someone immediately doesn't understand a concept, or they need to be told things a few times for it to, like, really register, that doesn't make them stupid. And if that's your first thought, that someone is stupid because they don't immediately understand, especially because you're not doing a very good job explaining it, then you're just an asshole. Like, yeah, I fully acknowledge I'm not the sharpest tool in the shed, but like, I'm not an idiot either. And if your immediate response to me not understanding something is to treat me like an idiot, then I'm sorry, you need to step away from me before I tell you to go fuck yourself. Because believe me, I was this close.